We have a conducive operating environment, and lots of IOCs are coming in there. Right now, there's Cosmos, Sonangol, Galp, Total, Shell, BP, and Oando via our subsidiary, Equator Exploration. So this is just an overview of the region. You could see blocks 5 and 12 in the yellow. And I just wanted to speak a little bit about the other blocks there. There's block 1, which is operated by Total with Sonangol as a partner, and the ANP, that's the Sao Tome National Oil Company, with 15%. You also have block 3, right above our block 5, which is operated by Oando. They acquired 3D seismic in 2015. I believe, and then to the east of that, we have assets in Equatorial Guinea. Block 6 is very interesting. Galp is the operator with Shell as their partner with 45%. They just completed a drilling of the Jaka well in late July. So this is a very recent development, and based on this, blocks 10 and 13, which were previously Cosmos blocks farmed down to Beyond Petroleum, farmed down to BP, have now been, in the past, I think, 3-4 weeks, it's been acquired by Shell. So BP's interest has been sold to Shell, we believe, based on the drilling of the Jaka well by the Galp and Shell consortium. So we expect interesting things to happen in Sao Tome over the next year or so. So this is Block 5. Block 5 has prospect volumes in excess of 3 billion barrels. You can see on the short map there, we are particularly interested in the Cruzeiro prospect. That's where we want to start from. Cosmos is the operator with 58.8%. Equator Exploration, which is the Oando subsidiary, has 26.2%, with the ANP with 15%. There are a number of prospects there. We have the Estrella, Destino, Trovao, and the Cruzeiro prospects. And this is Block 12 with prospect volumes of about 2 billion barrels, 5,272 square kilometers, and 2 to 3,000 water depth. We have 41.2% interest in this asset, with ANP 12.5 and Cosmos 46.3. This is the Jaka well. There isn't really so much to tell you about this slide, except for the fact that Block 5 is right above the Block 6, where the Jaka was drilled. It's the first well in Sao Tome, and we believe it has proven that there's a working petroleum system there. So we're predicting it's going to be some exciting times ahead. Why are we? I think I probably would be remiss not to go back and just tell a quick story about 5 and 12. So for blocks 5 and 12, Equator Exploration paid for 50% of the 2D seismic over the entire area. Equator, in collaboration with PGS, paid for all the seismic in Sao Tome and Principe. And in exchange for that, what we got was a right of, well, not even a right of first refusal, a first pick over 2 blocks. So we chose blocks 5 and 12 before anyone else had an opportunity to take a position in Sao Tome. So we're quite confident that these were good options. And that's sort of the backstory. Since then, we've shot 3D seismic, we've processed, and we've kind of selected the prospects that were coming after. For both 5 and 12, mid next year, we would have to make a drill drop decision on both of them. And based on what's going on in the region, we're quite confident that that it's going to be an exciting play. I wanted to speak a little bit to the prospects that we have in 5 and 12. However, I'm not a geologist, so I won't be taking questions today. So, Cruzeiro prospect. I am told that the subsurface people in the room would get very excited when I put this slide on. The yellow stars are the reservoirs, and the green, I don't know if that's a green or a blue, is the source rock. Both 5 and 12 are coming from the upper Cretaceous, as opposed to the tertiary, which is what the Niger Delta Basin is from. So the upper Cretaceous for 5 is flowing more from the east, that's the Equatorial Guinea, whilst the 12 is coming more from Gabon. So I think we showed the Cruzeiro prospect for 5, and for 12, we're looking at the Bula Arena prospect as well as the Alada prospect. We have a comprehensive data room set up at our London offices, and I am happy to set up appointments for that. Thankfully, the world is fully open now. During the pandemic, we used to do this remotely, so we unlocked a new skill there. We are still able to do that, but we're also happy to welcome you in person to our offices in London to have a full data room and provide more information. I believe that is actually all that I have. We're happy to share this presentation as well with our contact details and how to move forward. Thank you all for your time.